Hey y'all, KK here. So I'm getting ready for a night out for dinner date, and I'm just gonna start with my MUAC Rosewater Hydrosol Mist, and I'm just doing that just to give my face just some moisture. Then I'm gonna go in with the Ordinary Caffeine Solution 5%, and I just like to tap this under my eyes to kind of wake myself up, because let me be real, I'm exhausted. Next, I'm gonna go in with the Ordinary Resveratrol and ferulic acid, and this just helps with. Okay, so let's try that again. Y'all, it's difficult when you're looking at a camera instead of a mirror, so I'm just going to rub that all over my face and down my neck as well. Next, I'm going to go in with First Dew Point Moisturizing Gel Cream. I love this. It is so moisturizing. It feels so good. I'm an oily skin girl, but I love to moisturize. I mean, it just helps so much. Then I'm going to go in with an oldie but goodie NYX Perfecting Primer. Of course, you gotta tie your hair just so that you don't get product in it. So I'm just gonna put this around the perimeter. Then I'm going to just brush my eyebrows up, you guys, just to kind of let you guys know I am microbladed. So I like to go in with a pencil, any pencil, and just kind of like outline it, and then I just brush in the brow pencil just to take it through and make it a little bit darker, because when I wear makeup I still kind of lose my eyebrows a little bit even though I'm microbladed. So this is oldie but goodie. It never gets old. I'm going in with my MAC concealer, and very slowly, guys, I start in the middle with the product, and then I just work my way down to the wing, and then with whatever's left over I go back to the beginning of the brow, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. This is by far the most important part of the process, so I do this as slowly as possibly. And I mean, there's nothing more important than your brows. I mean, if those are not correct, it sets the tone for the rest of the face. So with this brush, I'm going to go in with this CoverGirl palette, and I just got the not quite brick, but the color that's a little bit lighter than brick, and I like to start with that one first, and then just go in windshield wiper motions back and forth on my lid just to kind of give me that transition color. Then I'm going in with this good old brick, and I'm just going to go back and forth in windshield wiper motions. I'm going to do that on both eyes. This one gives me a little bit more depth than the first one, of course. Then I'm going in with my Maybelline Fit Me and 310, and I'm just going under my brow, on the brow bone, and highlighting that area, blending out wherever the windshield wiper motions brought up the break too much. And then I'm going to blend those two shades together. I'm going to go back in with my concealer on my lid, and I like to do it slowly so that I can really just control exactly where I'm putting it. Plus, I have on lash extensions, so it is a little bit difficult. So I'm going to go in with that concealer, and I'm just carving out the lid portion of my eye, because I really want that to pop. So I'm going in with this DESIGNZ Cosmetics palette. This is the Sweetheart palette, and it's kind of like, it's not bronzy, it's like a champagne color. I'm going to use that, and then I'm going back into the CoverGirl, and I'm just darkening that crease. I really want that to have definition. So this is a really old palette, but it's by a company called Olay. I'm not sure if they're still around, but it's a really good palette. I still have it to this day, and I'm just going and I'm just making that little triangle just to kind of give my eyes like the angle that I like to highlight that my eye naturally has. So now I'm cleaning up that area with my baby wipe, and then I was like, oh, it's not enough. So then I went back in and I started packing on more product in that little triangle in the corner of my eye, and now I'm blending it out. So I love a blended eye. So now I'm getting the lightest shimmery color on that palette, and I'm putting that in the tear duct. I love to have a little bit more of a pop in that area. Then I'm going in with that same palette, and I'm adding in, it's kind of like a wine color, and I'm just kind of adding that in. You guys, I was completely freestyling. I had no clue, no plan. I just kind of had an idea. So this is the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer in the shade of Golden. And so before you guys come for me, professional makeup artist have suggested that I use this shade. So I'm pissed because this no longer exists. If you guys know, you know, but the Hyaluronic HA Blur is no longer available for purchase, and it just really mattifies my face. It is like the best pore corrector that I have ever used. If you guys know of a product that is like even comes close, let me know down in the comments. So I'm going in with my Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless Liquid Foundation in 335, and you guys, it's literally a perfect match right now. I'm super tan, so this is perfect for me. So I'm just going in and I'm just gonna tap it all around and just go around my mouth. And honestly guys, like, I leave no stone unturned with my foundation. And okay, well, not exactly. So pro tip, I do not put makeup on my forehead. I feel like if your foundation matches, then why? Like, my forehead is absolutely perfect. It's scarless. It's just, you know, and my foundation matches. I'm pro my foundation matching my face. I know that's kind of like a rarity, but for me, it's a must. So now I'm going back in with the Maybelline Fit Me in 340, I believe it's the shade, and I'm putting that on the darker portion of my face. So like the lower half has more of like a darker hue than like the middle of my face. Of course, I think that's kind of across the board, but I like to buy two foundations and then I'll blend those two together. And I feel like it's better for contour because I don't want to put, you know, one color all over and then try to force a contour in. I'm just going to put the actual color that it is. It just makes more sense to me. And then I'm going to blend those colors together so that it's all like one continuous motion, like a real face. Now this one is everything. This is the Iman well, I can't even remember what it is, but this is in the shade Strut, and it's her liquid highlighter, and this is everything, you guys. So okay, as soon as you put it on, you have to tap it out really quickly. So I'm only gonna put it on one side, but I'm gonna put it on the high point of my cheekbones, and then I'm gonna tap it into my temples. And look how pretty that is. This is the prettiest highlight I've ever seen, ever, bar none. I mean, and I love highlights, but this is the nicest one that I have ever seen. It is like the most expensive looking, glowy. I am a superhuman, but not like comical, it's just not goofy. It's just really beautiful, you guys. So I'm gonna take that same highlight and then I'm going to trace my Cupid's bow. I'm gonna trace my upper lip with it so that it's exactly where I want it to be, and so that when I put on my lip color, it pops. The shape of my lip is going to pop. So this is everything. So I'm also going to take it up the bridge of my nose, and it's so much better than powder, you guys. This is so nice. I mean, I know Iman is hard to get right now, but if you can get your hands on it, get a couple bottles. If you're like a pinky toned, like ivory, porcelain, beige person, then get the lighter color. And if you're like a chocolate person, then get the Slay, I believe is what it's called. But if you're anywhere in the middle, you guys get Strut. Sorry, you guys, that's my phone. But get Strut. So I'm going back in with the Maybelline Fit Me in the 340, and I'm just taking it up just the natural like contour of my nose. So if you guys are into makeup, you know that when you put that foundation on, it just takes like all the bone structure out of your face. And for me, I just look like a walking pancake. So I'm just gonna go back in and just put my natural bone structure back in with that contour. I'm not gonna like actually like change my nose. So I'm using a color that's like naturally occurring in my face. So that's why I'm using the 340 instead of like a very, very dark color. So it just looks very natural, and that's more so what I'm going for. I mean, if I was on stage, yes, I would use like a darker sculpting cream, but I'm not. I'm going to dinner. So I'm going back in with the Maybelline. Well, actually, I hadn't used this, but this is another Maybelline product. It's the 310 Sun Beige, and it's the powder, and I'm just pressing that in to my under eye, kind of like that little triangle under the eyes. I'm going in with the Iman Second to None Luminous Foundation in Earth. So I used to just buy bronzers, but I don't do that anymore. I just buy foundations that look like the foundation that I'm wearing. So I will wear this same foundation but in the proper color elsewhere on my face, but it just, to me, it just looks more cohesive. So this is like very illuminating. So I just get the darker color, you guys. Like, don't make things complicated, you know. So this is, I don't know, like 7-10 shades darker, but it's not crazy looking. So I'm going back in with that 310. So clearly I was not satisfied with the amount of powder that I put under my eyes. So I'm packing in a little bit more, and I like to use a small brush like this because it gives you a lot more control, to be completely honest. And I just put the powder exactly where I want, so I'm not messing up the contour or the other highlights that I've worked so hard to put. So this is one of my absolute favorites. It is so pretty. Okay, I survived the blush. But this is called Afterglow. It is a type of bronzer, but I use it as a blush. It's also by Iman Cosmetics. So it has that peachy, then that gold, and then that berry color as well. So I just swirl it around and get the shade that I want, and it's just so illustrious. It's so perfect. So this is what I was telling you about. This is the Iman, the same foundation powder as that darker color, but it's the same line. So they just melt in together really beautifully. And yeah, so I'm just marveling over the highlight contour situation, which is gorgeous. Now I'm going with the MAC in Extreme Dimensions 24-hour KAJAL pencil. So they stopped making the pencil that I have been using for like 10 years. So I tried this one, and y'all, oh my god, I'm so glad. Okay, the lip bar lip liner, this one is in Straight Talk, and it's kind of like a berry wine, a little bit of a brown in it, but more of like a berry. So I just kind of outline my lip with it. So I never tried this color by NYX, so I'm like, okay, why not? So that's the swatch, and it's called Current. I went through with it, and yeah, so that's what we got. So now I'm going in. This is my first time using this Iman lipstick, and it's in the shade Diva, and it's just moisturizing, like mwah, just chef kiss. Like, it is so moisturizing, it's so pretty. I don't know what I was listening to, y'all. So this is the NYX matte finish setting spray, and again, guys, I am oily, so I like to use a matte finish because I'm gonna oil up anyway, so I don't need any dewiness, and I'm just feeling myself here. Okay, so this is a NYX black liquid liner. So any of them will do. They are all very, very black, and they work in, yep, gotta have that. Okay, all right, so yeah, I just hit myself in the mouth, and yep, there's a lipstick on the corner. So now I'm just going in with the lip bar. I wanted to add a little bit more dimension to the lip, so I'm going in with one of the lip colors. Sorry, you guys, I didn't mean to cover my mouth when I was doing that, but that one I believe is in the shade of Girlfriend, and I'm just putting that in the center of my pout just to give it a little contrast, a little, you know, just juice it up just a little bit. So now I'm going in really quickly, and I'm coating my bottom lashes. So these are my Kiss Wispy lashes, and my favorite adhesive, which is also made by Kiss. And yeah, so I did my lashes off camera, and I just pulled out some baby hairs and wrapped some hair around the ponytail. I just wore my natural hair. And yeah, girl, we're off to dinner. So I snuck to the ladies' room for just a second so that I can get some images and see how the makeup looked in the restaurant lighting. This is what the look looked like in real life. I just did a long gown and some elegant jewelry, and I had to do a shoe. Okay, so that's the shoe. So I tried to keep this tutorial simple and yet elegant, so I hope you liked it. So the night was beautiful and the food was fantastic at Luna's, so I'll just leave you with a snippet of what I got to experience.
Pretty in the sky, I also want the faces. People passing by, I see friends shaking hands. They say, how do you do? They
Like, comment, and subscribe to join the tribe and see more videos like this from me, Her World KK.